Good evening and good afternoon, and welcome to the third episode of the Metal Blade D&D stream. My name is Gísli Didriksen, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening. So a quick, I don't think we have anything to plug or announce. Should we just get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Do it. All right.
Yeah,
Send it.
little recap couldn't hurt. Never
of
hurts.
course. And well, since Riley did the recap voice last time, I think so. Mark, I guess it's your turn.
Okay. I gotta remember. I gotta remember everything that happened.
Well, I mean, you can just do last time on the malevolent heart of the goddess.
Got it.
Previously.
Last time on the malevolent heart of the goddess, our intrepid party wandered into the woods, seeking after whoever's been stealing all that metal from the town.
Why
Well,
are you a cowboy?
Unbeknownst to them, they ran into a dragonborn from the past, silver scales and gray eye. Essentially, beat most of them to a pulp, flew off, but they managed to capture one. And here we are. Now, if you want to buy aged whiskey in barrels, keep listening.
I feel like you're about to sell me like lawn fertilizer, right? Like
This is what it's like to drive a Ford
Tractor
truck getting
supply.
punched in the face by Dragonborn.
Are you having a tough time keeping your lawn as green as you need it to be? Like it's
Yeah.
What happened to this stream? I was just trying to do a thing.
Spray some Metal Blade branded fertilizer on it.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. Shit's so metal it will make your flowers grow. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so last we left off, our weird collection of intrepid adventurers had found themselves in a goblin infestation within the town of Raven's Hollow. After dealing with these goblins, they were led to a place where this town keeps their metal, their iron ore reserves, which had been stolen by some unknown entities. Upon talking to the mayor of the town, Lady Callista, she offered the group 150 gold each, which was then, turned into 100 gold each by the ever so slimy green dragonborn Sildar. And then, along with Amina the guard, the party headed out towards
The useless Amina.
Sorry?
The useless Amina.
Well, I mean, she didn't know what she was getting into, man. And she was like, I was watching the episode again, and she was so cocky, the way, when she was challenged by Qesh, do you know what you're doing? I know what I'm doing. Yeah, well then you'll do fine. And lo and behold, she did not. Yeah. Anyway.
Took a nap.
So they went in search for these two carts that were stolen from the iron reserve, and upon following the tracks along the trail away from the town, they found at one point the two carts had diverged. One had kept going along the path down towards the west, and the other had turned north up onto this forgotten road into the forest. The party decided to follow the one that had gone up into the forest, but not before the halfling, for some reason, decided to get lost in the woods, resulting in the party getting split for a while the halfling searched for mushroom, having a heart-to-heart with Qesh the dragonborn about substance abuse. Very wholesome content. Meanwhile, the rogue, the half-orc, and the soon-to-be useless guard found their way to some ruins where they heard strange noises. After the rest of the party caught up, it turned out that within these ruins were not only a whole bunch of goblins, but a silver-scaled dragonborn, which a certain cowboy mentioned earlier, riding a wyvern with a secondary wyvern along with it, which had bodies strapped to it, like these just mutilated bodies strapped to its torso. This dragonborn gave some command within the ruins, after which he flew off with the wyverns while the party was attacked by the goblins. After a while, a black dragonborn exited the the ruins and attack the party as well. Upon dispatching these goblins and the dragonborn was brought back to consciousness, only to see that he as well as the silver dragonborn had these white eyes, this white left eye. And before the party could get any information out of him, he started relaying something as if being given information from a third party. He said something about somebody watching them and somebody being impressed. And then seemingly he was thanked for his service. And right before his white eye drilled into his own skull, he said, and this is retroactive, I'm adding a thing that I forgot last session. He said, "Her flame shall not be caged." And then you heard this high-pitched buzzing sound as this white eye drilled into his own skull before cracking as he writhed in agony before his death. So now, here you are. There's a whole bunch of dead goblins. There's this dead black ironclad black dragonborn. And Amina. In the forest. It's almost like the sun has gone down. The crickets have started chirping. The only lights that you can see, for those of you who can see in the darkness, is the torch that I believe Sildart lit at some point. What do you guys want to do?
Rest.
Yes. Yes. For sure.
Yeah, maybe
those-
survey the area, make sure there are no other threats near, and then set up camp for the night. Sounds pretty
Yeah.
good to me.
Yeah.
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 Since we're right by these ruins, so we've got some we can set up in a corner, so we're protected on some sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Yeah, not a bad idea.
I'm into that. I feel real quick. Sorry to break character for a moment, but I feel it's important to say for those of you watching, a new feature has been integrated into the stream that we did not have for the past 2 episodes. If you hover your mouse cursor over the Twitch stream window, you get a nice little D&D Beyond overlay that shows why we are all like, yes, let's sleep, because everyone but Osborn is about to die.
Somehow.
So yeah, somehow our extremely high halfling who has just been blindly shooting crossbow bolts this whole time is somehow just fine. He's okay. But the rest of us are in sore condition. So anyway, back to it. I'll give it back to you, Gísli.
Thank you for that, Riley. That was
Yes.
some good info to give to our audience. So,
Yes.
so does anybody want to survey the area, or are you just gonna set up camp inside the ruins?
I think
I can survey.
my vote is, people who are feeling good, maybe survey. I can head back and start setting up. I'm sorry, not head back. I can limp painfully and try to set up some sort of camp. Ideally, somebody comes with me who can heal. Osborn. That might not be a bad idea.
I mean, by now I'm not high anymore, right, Gísli?
Well, let's see.
Oh my god.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Let's just see how.
All right. Was it D20? Yeah.
Always at D20.
Yes.
I mean,
Balls,
is
bro.
this going to be
Plus
another
one.
cursed episode? It's like,
Oh my god. So
I think
yeah,
the first
6.
7 or 10 rolls last episode were all below a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
6.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 6. Yeah. So you're like I mean, after the battle, adrenaline pumping through your system, you're not as high as you were before, but you're still quite soft. I mean, it's the shock that should have rolled over you by now has not come.
Okay.
Yeah. So Qesh, you said you were gonna go and survey the area, or?
Oh no! With me,
No.
me and my 2 hit points are gonna go lay out a bedroll and lay down.
All right. Okay. So you're gonna gonna lay bedroll inside the ruins.
Well, let me ask you something if I can. How far away is that going to take me from the greater group? Because I don't want to split up too much.
I mean, it's like a stone's throw away. Like,
Okay. Then yeah,
Yeah.
definitely I would like
yeah.
to do that.
Couple stone's throws maybe.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Then.
Okay. So Qesh starts heading to the ruins. What are you guys doing?
I'm kind of, after witnessing what just happened with the dragonborn. Sorry, I'm kind of, I become very mentally preoccupied, kind of muttering to myself under my breath, and looking around, just kind of, and I kind of steal off to the shadows a little bit, just to kind of give myself a little bit of time and space. Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to do it stealthily, or are you just taking a moment to walk off?
I'm too up in my head to be stealthy right now,
Okay.
especially after everything that happened, but particularly after witnessing and listening to what that dragonborn was saying. I'm very perturbed, I guess you could say.
Okay, Shira, what are you doing?
Is anybody else resting at this point?
No, we're still setting up camp.
Oh, I'm.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
is somebody else going to be? I'm gonna rest too. I don't want to be the only person resting.
Just slide down where you stand,
Right, well,
next to a couple dead goblins.
I think we're all gonna rest once camp is set up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm basically just fishing for if there's anything in particular you guys want to do before setting up camp and going to sleep.
I don't think so.
All right. Okay. So you guys make your ways to the ruins. Maybe Xanelor a bit after the rest, kind of getting his bearings after this bloodshed. When you guys get into the ruins, like I described in the last session, it's like it was probably something like maybe a small fortress or a tower. So it's square in shape, and the outer walls are broken in places, and then there are a couple walls within where there may have been some sectioned off rooms. And towards the far left corner, so that would be the northwest corner of the structure, you see there is a cart and a half-eaten carcass of a horse tied to it, with these these nasty, just teeth gashes after huge mouths having just torn into it, and the cart itself is just covered in blood.
Gísli, quick
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
In your world here, do dragonborn eat horse?
If they want to, sure. I mean, are you asking if they're vegetarian or just don't eat horse specifically?
I don't know. Do they eat horse at all? I'm not sure. I'm just making sure that dragonborn have a regular diet. They're not into weird stuff that is not human. I don't know.
That's a good question. Is it a cultural norm? Is it a cultural norm?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. I haven't thought about it. Well, let's say for now that if meat is available, then definitely they would imbibe if they don't have any other opinions on that. However, horses in your country, not so many, not so numerous, the horses in Dracaeon. So
maybe a delicacy of sorts, perhaps?
Maybe, yeah. So definitely an exotic meat.
Back on the menu, boys. Maybe we ration that a little bit. Are we gonna need to eat when we rest? That's just the last question I have.
I mean that's kind of just assumed. All of you have in your basic equipment rations. So that's part of what a long rest would entail. Okay, so you guys make camp. Are you taking watches, or are you just going to sleep?
I think we should definitely take some
I need
watches.
to rest. Yeah.
Okay.
I will
so
keep
who's-
this the first one. I will do the first watch since I am the one that is
Okay.
doing all right.
Yeah.
I guess.
The
So I'll keep the first one. Yeah.
The intoxicated halfling is taking the first watch. Got it.
Yeah. Exactly. Not to be trusted much, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. So the rest of you roll out your bedrolls and kind of get comfy for the night. And Mr. Halfling, could you roll for me a perception check for your watch? With disadvantage because you're high as... yeah.
As a kite. Yes.
That's a 9.
Okay.
All right.
9
and-
plus perception, right?
Yes, sir.
Plus 1, 10.
Okay, and roll again, please.
Sure. And that's a 11, 12.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's a 10. You're kind of you're kind of sitting like you decide to like you guys maybe set up a fire. You have a meal from your rations, and as the others go to sleep, you like find yourself a place with your back against a wall where you can see the party and the closest exits at least. And there's nothing that nothing out of the ordinary that happens throughout your watch.
Okay.
Okay. So who's taking second watch?
If
So
we
then
wake up
I
and-
just go to sleep or what?
Yeah.
if we
Right.
wake up and take a watch, does that are we already
No.
rested?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do second since I have the next highest health.
Sure. Okay. So roll for me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, good. Excellent.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me see what my... Hold on, give me a second. Perception plus 0, so it's a 2.
All right. Okay.
Good
So. So can I ask who's taking third? Okay, so that will be Sildar. Sildar, when you wake up to take your next watch or to take the next watch, Shira is asleep. And like when you wake up, you have a feeling that like maybe you should have even like your watch should have started maybe a while ago. You kind of just wake up and be like,
Oh, no!
Oh, okay. Hold on. So becoming aware of this, I need to check on something really quick. My charisma is a +2. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kick her and try to scold her a little bit, like kind of whisperingly, but also like really close to her face. She can totally smell my breath. It's happening. That's what's gonna happen. Yep. Here we go. Do you need me to roll for anything on that?
well, okay, so you're just gonna kick her.
Yeah, like I'm gonna wake up, see that she's asleep, and I'm gonna go over and like kick her and be like, "Thanks for waking me up."
Okay. No, I mean, yeah, that's fine. She's asleep, so you go up to
Wait,
her
so-
and you.
Does
Sorry?
she get conscious when I kick her? Does she like wake up?
Yeah. So Shira like.
I mean,
you kick her.
Well, she's a barbarian. I don't know. Maybe she's used to getting beat up in her sleep too. I'm not
Got
sure.
that thick pork hide, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a thick orc mama. That's what we were
So-
talking about episode 1.
So Shira, like from your viewpoint, like you were being vigilant, and then like the next thing you know, there's a boot in your face, and you kind of and the green one is just kind of standing over you, like just scolding you, and then you're kind of coming groggily out of sleep, so like the words aren't registering. You're just registering like that, like there was a moment of pain, and then somebody's kind of whispering in your face.
can I punch him in the nuts?
Oh, come on.
I'm already rolling. I'm already rolling.
Oh my god. A 2 again? Nope.
Oh my
Nope.
god.
So as you kick her and she comes to consciousness, she gives like a kind of like punching just kind of out of the blue, and she kind of scrapes your knee. It doesn't hurt, but it's like okay, like she's kind of pissed.
All right. Well, then I just continue my watch.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So roll a perception check for me, please.
You got it.
Don't mess it up.
Oh,
What is this?
Dude, this is I don't know, man.
Don't
This is
mess
your
it up.
game.
At least
We have
they're
the
all
cursed
checks,
dice.
right? At least we're getting them all out of the way on
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. So like I guess like the last episode will be just all natural 20s.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. Final
Yeah.
boss fight.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it'll be over in 5 minutes. It'll be like
Okay, double damage, double damage, double damage, double sneak damage, double damage.
damn it. All right. So when the rest of you finally come to consciousness as the sun is rising, let me change the atmosphere here a little bit.
Oh.
Nice.
Right? Okay, yeah. I'm so happy this is working. Okay.
I'm so glad I can hear the ambience. This is great.
Yeah. And not just static like last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys come to consciousness and Sildari, you see that he's like sitting up against the wall and he's doing this thing as he just
Is it my turn to sleep? Is it my turn to sleep?
yeah.
Is it my turn to
So
sleep?
you all so basically now you're long rested, all your spell slots, all your hit points, all your spent abilities, they all come back. So the rage you used yesterday, it's back. Any spent abilities you have regained, and I believe there is a button in D&D Beyond where you can just press long rest and it will reset everything for you.
Yep.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
around
yeah.
where the HP is, up in the right corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing the reset maximum HP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't. I think no. You should just like press where it says long rest.
Right, and then there's like a box that you check that says reset maximum HP changes
it
during
is.
this rest.
Okay.
Are we doing like a full heal or no?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I think that's what it is.
Cool. All right.
So we level up. Gísli?
Yes,
Sorry.
and you level up. Thank you for
Oh
reminding
my
me.
god.
Yeah, this was supposed to happen last
Yay!
episode, but
It
yeah,
happened.
it happens. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll for HP.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, Mr. Nico, could you be the first ones?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do
And-
believe I rolled d8s. Let me double check.
Yeah, and you re-roll once because rolling ones suck for rolling
Okay.
HP. Yeah.
Are you adding
You're
con
nice.
mods?
Yes, of course.
Okay, excellent. So, yes, that
Nice.
is what's up.
Good
Okay,
job.
see,
Okay.
leveling up might be turning the tide here for our dice rolls. Just saying.
Yeah.
So
could be,
eight
could be.
plus my con, tight. All right, so I'm all set with that. Thank you.
Nice. Very good. Thank you. Okay, Mark, you go next.
All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right, so I believe as a fighter, I'm a D8 as well, isn't it? Or no?
Let's just see.
This is the sort of thing
My
I thought I had memorized.
Trusty
but I don't.
Player's Handbook.
While he's looking that up, big
It's a
shouts
D10.
to John Talisker for the 200 bits. Hell yeah, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
What's
thanks,
what?
mate.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, mate.
hey, from the Twitch newbie.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Mr. Riley?
He tipped us $2 just for funsies, basically. That goes
Cool.
Yeah.
So we're splitting that 6 ways, or
Yeah, we're gonna all take lunch and it's,
Nice. Cool.
based off of the royalty amount in your Metal Blade contract, as we have to divide it. By
Oh my god.
Well, thank you very much for that tip. That's mighty generous. Okay, so Mark, that's a D10 for you, good sir.
You got it. I'm gonna roll it. I rolled it.
I'm up.
Yo!
You too?
What?
Let's go. Let's
That's
go.
fun.
The tide has turned.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, cool.
There's not
Very
a good
good.
sign for me.
And you add your con modifier as well. Okay, Shira, you go next, please.
That's 12.
Wait, which one do I roll?
Barbarian is a D12.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're the tank, man.
Okay, not terrible.
Okay, that's pretty good. And then you add your Constitution modifier as well. I think maybe
What?
D&D Beyond does it for you even.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, mine Constitution is +1, so it would be
Yeah.
10.
So when you go into like you edit your character and you level up, then it should add it for you, I think.
Oh. Yeah, I don't get it. Sorry. Wait, what?
So let's see.
Yeah, I don't think I know how to level up either. I'm like looking at my character, just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, manage
Me neither,
levels.
actually. I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
What
so
do you?
If you go to your character name
Uh-huh.
in the top left and click it, it'll open up a panel on the right, and then it's the second option in that menu. It says manage levels,
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then you just click that, and it'll take you to a separate screen.
Yes,
then,
I'm on level 2
Ah.
already. And now hit
Okay.
points, right?
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
and
One
then you hit
D8.
points
Yeah.
and all that stuff. It'll tell you everything you need.
1d8 plus your constitution modifier, okay?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Mario, could you roll for me, please?
Yes.
Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad.
5 plus 1 constitution,
Yeah.
right? 6.
Beautiful. Okay. And Riley,
That's
last
15. You know, that's
Beautiful.
that's
I'm,
super weird because my hit points, because I did something, I don't know, when I was leveling up manually, and it was 15, and it's exactly what I got right now. So I don't have to
Perfect.
change it. Yep.
Beautiful. Okay. Go ahead, Riley.
1d8. Oh,
Well, you you re-roll once. That
Okay,
It
well, that's
sucks
good.
to roll a 1 for HP. That's just
watch it
it's
be
the
another
worst.
one. Okay, 4. I can handle
Okay.
that.
Okay.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see what my constitution bonus is here.
Huh.
+2.
+2. Yeah. So if you do your manage AP, it should be adding that automatically.
Okay.
All right. So you're all awake. There is a dead horse next to you, mangled, and a cart covered in blood. And outside the ruins, there's a dead dragonborn and some goblins. And Amina has left.
Fucker.
She set up camp with you, and sometime while Sildar was sleeping, she woke up and left.
Well, not like it was super useful anyway, so.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second, because Shira fell asleep on her watch, but I did my watch right. She walked away on my watch.
Well, she was there when your watch started.
Oh no! Hold on, I think we're missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. How much gold is that? 150 minus 100 times 6 plus 4. Carry the 2. Yes, I think someone here is missing. There was a bedroll there this morning.
Oh man. Who's that? I think it's that.
Has anybody seen? Who are we missing? Roll count. Roll count.
I believe it was that woman guard who just stood there while we were fighting last night.
Ah, she probably ran in cowardice. I'll check outside. I'm gonna run outside and look for her.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Baby, you got it. I have to ask twice. Investigation. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. Ooh, that's an 18.
That's very nice. Okay, so you look for. Wait. Okay. Well, what's your survival bonus? That should have been a survival
Okay.
check. Yeah.
Oh, a survival check? It is still a +1. So that's 18.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Very good. So you see like the groove where like in the earth where she was laying, and you see some tracks that lead away from the ruins, and like you follow them out like it's the same way where you came in, like towards the south, like on the pond side of the ruins where this ponds and trees are, and it seems to be heading just back the way you came, away from the ruins.
Okay. I'll turn around and I'll say, I think she went back to town. The coward. And then I start walking back towards the ruins.
All right.
Good riddance.
Yeah, good riddance.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think she was all
So-
that bad.
As I see Sitari approaching and coming back to camp, I stand up and I say to the party, everybody, there's something I have to tell you, something I noticed last night that may aid us in our newly formed journey together. So I don't know if you guys all want to listen or what you guys all take with that action, but I wait a moment to gauge the room's response.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Qesh is like I'm intently looking at you, like just on bated breath for this information.
Yeah. So I look at everyone and I say, well, I didn't end up in that tavern for no reason. I have a few penchants, a few weaknesses, and these things got the better of me and ended up taking me into the mayor's bed. But that's not what's important right now. What is important is that in order to save my life, I was approached by a woman, a lady in green. She told me that she was part of an organization, although she did not tell me which one. They operate out of Titan's Rest nearby. She told me, in order to save my life, that there's a cult, a newly formed cult taken root in the city of Titan's Rest, led by a figure only known as the Clockwork Goddess. She believes the goddess's number 2 man to be a silver-scaled dragonborn. The actions of this cult have led them into direct conflict with her organization, whoever they may be. And to save my life, she wanted me to infiltrate the cult and find out who this so-called goddess is. When I saw his eye last night and heard what he had said, I knew that the two things must be related.
No.
I suggest we journey to Titan's Rest at once. At least I know that's where I'm going.
Yes, I think we should go there as well. As the Dragonborn was dying before that strange object screwed into his mind, he said something about Titan's Rest as well. I think that is the next clue.
I want to ask Riley a question. What do you know about the direction in which the silver-scaled one traveled? Was that toward Titan's Rest?
Yes.
Thanks, DM.
Thanks, DM. Coming in clutch. Yes, the Wyverns and the silver-scaled dragon, they flew off towards Titan's Rest. It must be to meet with this Clockwork Goddess.
Then we must go there once.
I will absolutely come along. I've got a bone to pick with this silver-scaled dragon. He and I have unfinished business.
Yes, as do I. Off we go then.
Frum-dum-dum.
All right, and to much fanfare and glory, the party heads off towards Titan's Rest. It's about, well, so, Did you, what did you guys do with the horses? You were provided with, whoa.
I think
Oh,
we
that was
kinda
me.
just-
My mistake.
You Eldritch Blast someone? You just...
No. I clicked on the screen and it happened to be a button.
Are you a member of the cult? Is that what's happening?
Oh, God.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, so yeah, like did you leave the horses by the road? Like what did you decide? I think I don't think we did. Let's
I
just
don't
say,
think-
yeah.
Yeah, I think we just kind of jumped off of them, and because we had the horses, and then everybody kind of got off their horses to go after Druggy
Oh, yeah.
McDrug Pants, and
Yeah.
I think we tied the horses.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just we took them with. We went back to our horses after we found the drugged out gnome and woods, whatever. We went off and we have
Yeah.
our horses. Sure.
Okay,
Okay,
wait.
got 'em.
So the half-eaten horses the half-eaten horse we found, that was for the carriage that was holding
Yes.
the iron. That wasn't ours,
Um,
right?
Well, so the carriage that you found within the ruins, so there were 2 carriages, and the one that you found within the ruins is covered in blood. It may have been carrying iron, you don't know, but
Okay. But it's not there now.
it's the carriage is there, but the horse that
The
was dragging
iron.
it, the iron is not there. No.
Okay, yeah.
And you do recall that one of the wyverns had bodies strapped to its torso.
Right.
So those 2 things might be related. And the horse that was dragging that cart has been mangled, presumably eaten by the wyverns. So let's just say, so fuck it. Let's just say that you guys went and let's just you took the horses up as close as you could and then tied them off somewhere before you headed off into battle. So with that in mind, it's about maybe a 3 days ride from where you are to Titan's Rest. It's right by almost the southern tip of the continent. One of the bigger cities, one of the more known cities in this land. So what I would like now is for, let's say, Mark, could you tell me one thing that happens on your way to Titan's Rest?
One thing that stood out is as we were walking, we noticed up in the trees various forest animals laying over the branches. Not too many, maybe every mile or so. Essentially, it looks like whatever had hunted those horses had a few snacks on the way. Very much like a mountain lion will leave the carcass of a deer up in the branches.
All right. Cool. Shira, could you describe for me one thing that happens on the way? And it can be anything.
I'm at a loss.
That's fine.
Can we pass? Can we pass and come back to me? Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. No problem. Okay, Nico, could you go for it?
Sure. As we're on our way in this direction, after seeing the bodies, we also see what looks like maybe one encampment, but it's been torn down. It's just a bare area with flattened grass, maybe a carcass or 2, maybe some, what are they called? Some camping stakes that are in the ground, maybe holding tents up at some point, but that's all we see. Nothing of value, nothing worth taking or investigating.
Okay, well, make an investigation check.
Oh, you got it. Come on, Shira. We need you to give these opportunities to us. Investigation. Here we go. Hiya. I said hiya. No.
You shouldn't have said hi.
I know it's not a karate campaign.
Yeah. Okay. So there is you find some like a beat up old mess kit, there's kind of like a metal container and a spork, and yeah, that's about it. There's no valuables that you find within that encampment.
Dang it.
Yeah. All right.
Can we come back to me?
Sure, of course.
She's like, we find the king's gold and all the weapons in the land.
Can I take some time to observe the white thing around my neck?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll?
No. Well, so are you just looking at it on your way to Titan's Rest, or before you leave?
On the way, maybe. Just because I was thinking about how I screwed into the other guy, and I kind of want to see if I can find any kind of mechanism or anything like that on him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. Bruh,
Mm.
why?
That was so close. It was like watching a
was-
reel die when it just
Oh
like goes
my
to
God.
19. Just kidding, 3.
Like these
I
rolls
mean,
are so
it's-
cruel. It's
It's +2 for what it's worth. I mean, not that it really helps, but my God.
Hey, there you
5, let's
go.
go.
like, what's like the medium we've been rolling so far? Is it like a 7?
For sure,
What,
like 5s. Yeah.
6
Yeah.
or 7.
Okay, well, so you spend time looking at it. For what it's worth, it's exactly the same shade of kind of like milky white as the eye of the guy. And you have a moment of like, man, maybe I should have like checked it out. Just kind of, gone in after that thing and popped it out of his skull to just see if it looked the same. And yours is not a whole. It's like a piece of a unit of a whole thing. Like it's kind of like if you imagine like this kind of tiny bowl-looking object that's kind of been cracked almost in half. You have like the bigger half of it, and what you do notice, and this is something that you've noticed before, because you've had it for such a long time, that it has these sort of like facets to it, like as if it has like many layers of really, really thin something. You don't know what this material is. Yeah. Cool. All right. So, after about a 3 days journey, let's take you out of the forest here and let's see here. Yeah, after about a 3 days journey, wait, oh my God, it doesn't turn off the forest? Okay. Wait.
All right.
I thought
Whoops.
I thought it was just gonna turn it off. Okay, wait,
You
okay.
just
this
kind of
is-
stay in the
so-
forest for a while.
Stay a while and listen.
Just hanging out.
Okay. Do you hear that?
Oh yeah.
No.
Now,
Oh.
now we're all Blade Runners.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like that, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah.
I
Oh, I
don't
do
know.
hear it.
It's-
Okay, there it is. I hear it. It's all good.
After about a 3 days journey, on the third day, you crest a hill, and as you come over the ridge, you see in the distance, sprawling out before you, this massive city with these high walls built around it. There are 2 rivers that kind of hug it and then that lead further up into the countryside to the north. They kind of like lie on opposite sides, running into the ocean of the city. It's quite large, and it's built right by the bay. And there seems to be like there are other structures outside the walls, outside the city walls proper. Farms, and there seems also to be a tent village, or like a tent city outside the walls as well. And in the bay itself, there is this massive skull lying half submerged in the ocean, seemingly out of some, if you can imagine, a transparent, deep purplish marble. And as you're kind of cresting this hill, the sun is about to set on the third day, and it's shining right through this almost transparent massive skull on the horizon, and it sets this eerie sort of purplish light over the whole city, and it's really spectacular to behold. Especially like for the dragonborns, like you've never been to this city, you've never heard about this before. This is Titan's Rest.
I'm gonna elbow Qesh. I'm gonna say, "You think that was a real creature at one point? It's massive."
Either that or they really value their decorating here.
I bet it's worth a ton of gold. Do you think we could mine it?
Yes. Let's do that. We'll just tell the Wyvern to wait for a moment.
No,
and we'll
when
chip
we're
away.
done. When we're done. Whatever. I'll come back myself.
No, maybe
gonna
worth
get any
it.
gold anyway.
Maybe worth it. Might be something good inside.
I just realized that I forgot one very important thing. So we're gonna do a quick rewind back to the night, because when you guys go to sleep, Sildar dreams.
Okay.
And it's a familiar dream.
Oh no. I know this dream.
Oh no.
This dream, it takes you again. And you feel the now long, familiar choking heat. Your breath heavy, you hear the grinding of gears, the spinning of wheels, the hissing of steam, the loud, clear song of metal on metal reverberating to you from somewhere deep beyond. Forms start to take shape as your vision begins to clear. Tiny red eyes on the walls shed a crimson light on thick black cords slithering like ancient pythons of fluid obsidian along the floors and walls, leading you deeper into the heat. The heat rises as you find yourself in a large chamber. There are faces on the walls. At the end of the hall, with her back to you, stands a figure. Her lithe, graceful body covered in shining plate, seemingly grafted into her body. Her hair is liquid silver, red lights from the flames around her flickering on her gleaming form. She faces a gray-faced man lying on the floor and bends down as she lays a hand gently on his face. Make a perception check for me.
Oh boy. This is getting deep, baby. Not under 5. Okay, 12. All right, I'll take
12.
a 12.
All right. You feel something grab you from behind by the neck. You feel your feet lift from the ground as you're pulled backwards and upwards at a dizzying speed, yanking you left and right as the space changes. The red-lit corridors, vague moving shadows, and the endless pitch-black cords blur past you as the heat slowly dissipates, and before you can catch your breath, you break the surface. Now you see tents, shanties, people with grey faces, and you're pulled higher and higher. Moonlight hitting you as you find yourself floating above a sprawling city by a bay, your head spinning and stomach turning from the altitude. You see high, white buildings neatly built on a top of a hill, walled off from the rest of the city. You see a massive skull of translucent, deep purple marble, maybe 1/8 the size of the city itself, resting half submerged in the sea of the bay. You see 3 high towers of a temple building covered in blood. You look at the skull again, and instead of empty sockets, red eyes now glare at you. It raises a hand that bursts forth from underneath the city, destroying all in its wake, and reaches for you. You try to move away, but whatever power held you has released you, and you're plummeting towards the sea below you. The giant hand of the Titan, grey flesh and black veins now slowly starting to cover its skeletal form, catches you in its grasp, and you let out a silent scream as it swallows you whole, darkness engulfing you again. You hear the familiar, low, seductive voice. Her flame must be quenched. Cut back to you guys crossing that hill.
Yeah, no, here we are, by the way. You think we can mine that? Oh shit, here it is.
Yeah, I spent way too much time writing that to like kind of skip over it. So yeah.
That was
I'm glad you
amazing.
didn't.
That was
Very nice.
amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, let me just shake myself out of. Man, that was deep. I went really into that while I was listening to you.
Oof. Terrifying.
Okay, here we are. I elbow Qesh. I've seen this in my dreams. We must be wary here.
How have you dreamed about somewhere you've never been?
I have a sort of connection. When I say that, I sort of like bring my hand out and like this eldritch energy sort of like hovers like around my hand. And I just say, some things come to me that I cannot control.
I lean forward, my dragonborn nostrils. Dark magic.
It's not the
sure enough.
mushrooms.
It's
It's not the mushrooms.
It smells of sulfur and something that you're not quite familiar with.
It's dark. It's dark magic, necromancy. Well, make sure to let us know if any other details float to the surface of your mind.
Oh, don't say float. I'm getting queasy.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I notice them kind of like talking and conjuring shit over there? Conjuring stuff. Sorry.
Are you are you guys trying to hide it? Like I assume that you could just kind of having this conversation within the group. So
I'm
so
certainly not. I'm certainly not.
Yeah,
Okay.
neither am I. And just as a reminder, Riley, like I was blasting hot balls of energy in the last fight. So if you missed
Yeah.
that part too, I mean, maybe you can.
No, well, no, I
Just
know,
let you know.
but like we were fighting then. That was
That's
different.
true.
That was
It's
that was,
true.
you know, there's you know, I'm a suspicious rogue. I see a dragonborn that I've only, you know, fought a couple goblins with standing behind me being like, "Ah, yes, a strange thing." I'm going to be like, "What are you guys doing?" Like so
I respect it.
so that's what I do. I kind of turn to the two dragonborn and I say to them, "What are you two talking about over there?"
And apparently, Sitari had some sort of dream. Tell him about it.
Well, my memory is kind of vague, but I've seen, though I've never been in this town, country, city, whatever this is, this encampment, I've seen this beautiful, alluring, and mysterious Titan's skull in my dreams before. And I'm not sure what it means, but I saw the destruction of it and blood-covered towers near a giant temple in this town. I'm not sure what it is. It's so vague to me now.
Quick question, DM.
Yeah.
Are there 3 towers in this town? Can we like see them from this hill that we've crested?
Yes. There
Okay.
are, and there is a, and you can see that like there is a part of the city that's built on top of a hill, which matches your dream, Sitari. That there is, and that, you know, like from this point, it's quite hard to see because you're still maybe a couple hours away from the city proper. But like you can see that there's this kind of like higher section of the city built on top of this hill, and then towards the docks there are these 3 pyres that kind of peek out of the rest of the buildings, 3 white towers.
Okay.
DM, is there blood on them, like as in the dream?
No.
Okay, well, when you say the thing about the bloody towers, I kind of... You mean like those towers over there?
Yes, exactly. Those are the ones. I'm not sure if it was a premonition or just some illusion of my mind where I think those are the towers that I dreamt about, but they're very similar. Very similar
Well,
as far as I can tell.
In any case, there's too many similarities between your strange dream and this city across this bay. You should venture in very carefully.
Yes. With much
Agreed.
worry.
With much worry. Okay.
Why would you say something like that? Why would you ever say that? Why would
I don't know. Blood can be terrifying, can it not? Shall I take yours from you? Perhaps you're okay with it.
Yes, it's very worrying.
I'm about to draw blood from all of you if you don't shut up.
The barbarian with a dude swinging a hit.
Wow, coming in
God
with a
dang.
vengeance, man. Ooh.
Guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but I was wondering, did you guys choose a 2nd level spell? Before we get into combat,
Ooh,
I
that's
think
a
we
good call.
choose the spell. Yeah, I did choose the spell. I was wondering if you guys did.
So there's only one other spellcaster, so I believe Nico already chose.
Oh, yeah,
his.
true.
So for all of
I
you,
was
all the other
wondering if
ones.
They choose abilities or something, but yeah, I chose Shield of Faith.
I
by
guess
the way.
maybe I should ask that real quick. If
Yeah.
if there's anything that I need to do with my level up other than just like adding my hit
Yep.
points if there's
No,
anything I
no,
need to
no. Well, I
select or choose or.
No, you get. Let me just check. Yeah, you get what's called the uncanny dodge, or uncanny action. What's it called? Let me here see. So yeah, it's like cunning action. So
Okay.
which is very useful. That means that in combat you can use your bonus action to do a dash, which is basically like doubling your movement, or to disengage or to hide, which for everyone else costs an action.
Okay.
So you can like go up to somebody, stabby, and then use a bonus action to disengage, and then like get away from an attack of opportunity.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Quite useful.
Cool.
Yes. All right. So you head forward towards the city, I assume.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So after about maybe a couple of hours of ride, you like the city kind of getting ever so bigger as you come and get closer to it. You see that this there's this small tent city, and as you get closer, you see that there's not a lot of movement in about, but it's like it's not like big tents. It's just very kind of maybe even like very how do you say, quickly or maybe like in a rushed way set up, could be. And maybe just all of you roll for me a general perception check, just to see like what you guys take in. All right, above a 10, nice. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so wait, oh man, okay. Mario's dice is a 19 on the screen for me. Anyway,
It's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I became very excited for a moment, and then yeah,
It's a
Sitari.
-7.
It's a -7. Yeah, because of the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Sitari, you rolled a 19.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I mean, I've seen this before. I'm not gonna catch all the details now.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
So, Qesh and Sitari, there is a, like you taste the air with your forked tongues, and there's a weird, there's a weird taste in the air. There's a sickly taste. And as you walk past these tents, some of them are like open towards the road. And you can see that there are people lying on stretchers. Most of them humans, but there is the occasional maybe half elf or elf along with them. And their skin is sort of sickly gray. Osborn, you've seen this before.
I have.
Osborn, do you think we could help these people?
I think we might.
They look fairly far gone to me.
That's no easy mission.
Well, out
Are
with
the-
it, halfling. How do we help these people?
Wait. Out of character. I if I don't remember well, I do not know how to.
Yeah.
I tried. So should I kind of tell the story?
I mean, yeah, of course, if you want to, yeah. You can disclose whatever your character wants to disclose. And I can of course help refresh your memory if you like. You don't have to. It's not a test.
No, I know. I don't remember perfectly, but I remember I had seen that before, and then I did try to kind of purge and like cleanse the waters of this village, but it didn't. Like I couldn't save everyone, right?
Yeah. So basically, you came across at least a similar looking illness in another town before you came to Raven's Hollow, and you were unable, like, for it was a disease that caused like serious fatigue and nausea, joint pains, and then in the most severe cases, it caused complete paralysis.
Oh, okay. But some of them died, right, from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were unable to treat those with like those that had like milder symptoms. You could help with those, but those that had digressed into the more serious state, there was nothing that you could, like, within your capabilities that you could find that could ease their pain. However, you managed to find out that whatever was causing it was found within the water. It was something coming in the drinking water of this town. And you followed the river of the town upstream until you came across this abandoned
Building.
mill or building of some sort, where there were some alchemical components being poured, or having just been left there to run into the river. And upon dispatching that, eventually, at least there were no more new cases of the illness, but you couldn't treat the more serious, the more far gone ones.
Yeah. So you can see my face, like, super between worried and disappointed, remembering that I couldn't help everyone. I'm like, oh my God, I've seen this before. I really tried to help them. It's the only thing I want. But at the end, I couldn't help everyone. I really hope with this nice party of adventurers, we can cleanse these waters and help people out.
Don't beat yourself up too much, good Sir Cleric. You're only one dwarf. You can only do so much. Many people would see such a task and not even try, but you did what you could. You've maintained your honor.
You can tell, like, my eyes are like crystal, like about to cry.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so you guys, like, like, you're kind of riding and talking, passing all these sick people, and you see, like, there are some clerics that you notice, Osborn, they bear the marks of the White Mother. They have like, very simple plain white robes. Some of them having an insignia across their necks, which bears the symbol of the sun and the downturned hand of the White Mother. Unless you want to stop and do something, you're just gonna head on into the city.
Yeah, let's
Shall
go.
we?
All right.
On we go.
So, you eventually you get past this this tent city, and get to the gates proper, and the gates are closed. There are 2 guards in front, and it's like, it's like kind of this big wooden door, and the wall itself is just like this thick, heavy brick wall, and like dark gray brick, and to get to the gate itself, there's a drawbridge over one of the rivers. So this would be the eastern river that goes along the eastern side of the city itself. That has been lowered and is that you have to cross to get to the gate, and like within the gate itself, there are like these smaller doors that you see that can be opened to let you inside, if they choose so. The 2 guards, it's 2 humans, 1 female, 1 male. The male is dark skinned, and the female is a blonde, white skinned person. They, as you approach, they say, "Halt! State your business."
I've seen many afflicted people, and I'm a cleric. I know word of herbs. I can come to heal afflicted ones.
Well, they are right over there. Go help yourself, please.
I've heard there's also afflicted ones in here.
Make a deception check.
Shit. 11 plus deception plus 0.
Okay. He kind of gives you a weird look and says, "And what about the rest of your party?"
These are my assistants. In case something would happen to me.
A halfling homeless person has 2 dragonborns as assistants.
Yes.
Well, to be clear, sir, we are the gods. We are the guardsmen for this mighty cleric. Do you not know who this is?
No, I do not.
Then
because
obviously you're not the one we should be speaking to. This is Osborn. He is head cleric coming from DM. I'm gonna need some help here. I don't remember the name of the first town we were in.
Raven's Hollow.
From Raven's Hollow, of course. Is this something that you would like to intrude upon, or would you let us through so he can begin the healing process?
Make a persuasion check.
You got it, baby. That's what I do around here. Ooh, persuasion. DM, I got a 14. What's up, girl? Let's do it.
You just call me girl.
Well, it's a term of endearment. I just appreciate you. I didn't mean it.
I mean, like, nothing wrong with being a girl. All right. So, so he kind of like, you see him like resisting the idea, and then the other guard leans towards him and whispers something in his ear that you don't quite catch. And he sort of looks to her and looks back at you guys, and he kind of like takes you all in, like, into the eyes, and then says, "Well, if you pay the toll."
Oh shit.
I look over it. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Well, which one of us has the highest charisma? Because I think we're all doing the same thing here.
I've got a +2, and I'm proficient in intimidation.
Oh, that's good. That's
I'm
good.
also proficient in intimidation.
I have hold on one second. Sorry.
But-
Sorry.
Charismatic at all.
I have a 17 charisma with a +3 and a +5 in persuasion.
I think we found our guy.
Where you
So,
been,
yeah.
dog? Let's go. Get us in this town, bro.
Okay,
Look,
so what are
guys.
you gonna try to persuade these guards to do? Or not to?
I'm gonna try to persuade them to not make us pay anything to get in. I'm gonna say, look, guards, you wouldn't stand between a healer and his sick, would you? Where's your heart? Please, just let us into the town so we can do the good work that needs to be done here.
All right, roll a persuasion check, please.
While he's saying that, I'm trying to look all sober and
Yeah.
like I'm important or something. Like,
All right.
All right, 14.
Oh, nice. That was almost very bad.
Yeah, that was almost not a good thing. I was about to get punched in the face.
Yes. So that's like a 19 or something, you said?
Yeah, +5 persuasion.
Nice. All right. Okay. Yeah. So the female guard, she kind of puts up a hard front, but the other one, he seems to soften up a bit as you say this, kind of taking in your words and thinking, maybe like possibly thinking about all the sick people that seem to be. Yeah, he seems to be correct. There might even be some more sick people within the city. So they kind of step aside and open up the door, and he says, "Just don't make any trouble."
we won't, sir.
But of
I just want to secretly snarl at the female guard as we walk past.
So when you say secretly snarl, are you like so only she notices, or that nobody notices?
She's the only one that notices.
Okay, make a stealth check.
All right. Ah! Okay. +1.
Plus
8.
one.
Whatever.
Okay. You kind of like you're the last one in, and kind of as you pass her, you kind of look into her eyes and give just like a, just give like a snarl.
That's
in
a
her
good
face.
noise.
Oh, thank you. And it's a bit louder than you intended, and you hear the other guy kind of like gonna jump because like you're that close to him at that moment, and then
I just go, sorry. Clearing my throat.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so now let's see if I can change the atmo a bit here, if I can find my mouse.
Pick something good.
Can we just get the Final Fantasy like fanfare?
Yo.
Because I mean, we just defeated that encounter. We didn't have to pay the toll. The like punk ass guards got what was coming to them. They don't know who Osborn is.
Yeah.
Osborn, by the way, like you got some status here all of a sudden, so you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play into it a little.
Stay off the mushrooms, man.
So you have found
black
yourself
sugar.
now within Titan's Rest. It's this huge city, and now like as you're within the city, what you can see is like there's the main road of the city that just stretches from one end to the other, like just straight through it. And then on either side of it is you can like get the different neighborhoods. Towards the left would be the sea and the docks, and the temple with the 3 pillars. Towards the right would be what you can see now is a walled off section of the city that has this sort of these buildings that are built on top of this hill, and they are like, unlike everything else except maybe the temple within the city, like all the buildings behind those walls are white and like fancy looking, tall, nice, built in very kind of like concentric circle, like symmetry and like all the niceness, while everything else like around you just kind of looks very normal. And there's there's people walking about, but not as many people as you maybe would have expected.
Well, this is no place for a wyvern.
I want to, DM, I'd like to just kind of look around and gauge the overall attitude of the people. Like, when you go into a room and you just kind of get a vibe for it, I kind of want to do that with the people that are around.
Sure. Okay. Just make a perception check.
You got it, man. I'm going to roll this right here for you. Here we go.
Well, thank you.
Natty 20 coming up.
Oh,
Shit.
Shit. Well, that's a 15 even though. Human faces can be hard to read for you sometimes, but the general vibe that you're getting is one of heaviness and of worry. Like people are, like people are just so busy, kind of just looking down, minding their own business, that very few actually notice that there are 2 dragonborn standing in their midst. And those that do give you do the usual stares and give their friends an elbow, and there's people start pointing. So there's this curiosity at this kind of weird group of individuals that have come into town, but otherwise people seem to be very strictly keeping to their own business.
Interesting. I look at my party and I say, this town seems rather joyless. Everybody seems to be slightly afraid or nervous. There's clearly something potentially deeper than the sickness going on here.
I should say, so Xanelor, Riley, your character definitely would have been here before, so you would
Okay.
know your way around about like the general places.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, is there a like an inn or a tavern
Yes, there
of sorts
is.
in the town? Okay, for
Yes,
sure.
sir. Yeah.
All right. I look at Qesh and I say, yes, the disparity between the rich and the poor here is quite severe. In fact, more so usual than in other towns. Even that being said, there does seem to be something amiss among the people here on this day. Follow me. I think we should head to this tavern nearby and discuss what our next step might be in obtaining some information from some of the people inside.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Okay, so you're gonna. I assume like there's a couple of options that you have. The most popular one within the city would be the porthole. It's this round building close to the docks where they have the fish market. That's run by a half dwarf. That yeah. I would think Xanelor, that's the place that like you would hang out, or where you would go to.
Okay. Well, then I say pretty much just that. I say, well, if we're all agreed, let's head to the porthole. There's a wonderful little half dwarf there that's, God, if that train. As I was saying, God, I hate it when the subway goes by.
This is, I swear, this is a fantasy ambience generator. I swear to all the gods.
Anyway, follow me to the portal. There's a wonderful little half dwarf there that might be able to give us a little bit more information, and at the very least, put some good ale in our bellies after our journey to the town.
All right. Yeah.
But before we go, DM, do we see any trace of? I know this is a high trafficked area, but like, do we see any trace of this like these cart sort of lines that we were sort of following towards the city? Is there any indication of that?
Like no, like this road is too much travel to discern any particular tracks from others. Like there's many carts that travel this road, on a daily basis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we must see if there's a buyer here who's trying to get all of the iron from the previous town.
All right. Okay, so you guys make your way towards the southern end of the city, and you pass and it's kind of just built like it's a mess, kind of in the way that it's built. There's no sort of organized organization to the way it's kind of been structured. It just seems that just these houses have popped up and then just somebody put a wall around it. You do pass the temple with the three white pillars, and it's a very neat building, and it has a statue of there are these kind of three it's sort of triangular in shape, with its roof kind of coming all the way down. Down almost towards the ground, and then these pillars, three coming up out of the sides and one out of the back. And the one out of the back is a bit higher than the front two ones. And then on the front of the roof, there is a statue, slightly larger than real size, of a kind of a female figure, a vague female figure in these white robes, with a hood down so you can't really see her face, and she kind of just looks down upon the city. And Osborn, you know this to be the White Mother.
Okay.
You pass the temple grounds, and you get to eventually you pass the market, and then yeah, maybe further, like a stone's throw away from the market is the porthole. It's this round, like a completely round building, and there's like there's a metal thing hanging with a sign hanging from it over the door. A round sign, of course, that says the porthole, swinging on hinges. And like outside of it, there are like a couple of sailor type guys with jugs of ale, kind of, toasting after a day's work. Some ale spilling onto the ground, being all kind of jolly. And as they see you guys approach, there's like a to all that, and kind of mumbling something, like and like very obviously pointing to you guys, not very subtle, mumbling something to each other. And they kind of just stare you guys down as you walk into the tavern. Within the tavern proper, there is the bar itself is right in the middle. It's this kind of round bar in the middle of the space, and then all the tables are kind of stacked around the bar. So it's it's kind of just working with this round theme, and it's like. The time at this point is like maybe 7 or 8ish. The sun is mostly set at this point, so that the purple light after the sun having passed through the skull is mostly gone. The purple hour, and standing behind the bar, there's pretty. It's pretty well set within the tavern, and there is a secondary level. That kind of looks down into the bar itself. And there's a stair off a ways where you can get to the secondary level. There are some servants like rushing about, like carrying drinks. And then within the bar itself, there is this weird looking man. Man because like he kind of looks like a man, but his proportions are all wrong for a man. Like his shoulders are too wide, his forehead too square, his beard too thick, and he's slightly shorter than he should be. So like instead of as he stands above the bar, instead of being like around his waist, it's kind of here. And so he's kind of like rests his elbows on the table, and polishes a thing and like shouts and orders people around. And I think. Here is where maybe we should take a break. As the horse cart
I'm okay with that.
rides through the tavern.
It's just a really big horse cart outside. It's fine.
Yeah.
Massive horse
Somebody
cart.
shut a window.
Yeah. Like as you guys walk inside the bar, a big horse cart with like completely filled with iron just walks past. Right. So, thank you guys for sticking with us thus far. We will take a short break and see you in a bit.
We'll be right back.
BRB. And welcome back, my friends. I'm Gísli Didriksen, your Dungeon Master, and we are back in the Metal Blade D&D live stream. So right before we took a break, the heroes of our adventure had found their way to the city of Titan's Rest in the pursuit of some stolen goods and possibly a cult conspiracy within this city. So you are within the tavern of that's called the Porthole. You've just arrived, and I should maybe find some tavern ambience here. Maybe let's see.
Yeah.
Is there a tavern in here? I want a tavern.
Saloon.
Like a yeehaw Western tavern, yeah.
Saddle up.
Yeah, let's see. Drinking time here.
Horses and gunshots. That's what I want to hear. Dead
How's
Years
that?
just commented Attack on Titan's Rest in the chat.
Yo.
You should just
mean-
ditch the tavern noise and just fucking
You know, legit though,
Yeah.
Attack on Titan season 1. Aaron, he like if you listen to the original Japanese, like his screams are pretty dope. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
like that's good stuff.
It's a
Anyways.
great show.
Yeah, dude.
And a great contender for the name of the episode, which we forgot to mention. If you guys say something funny in the chat, we might pick it and make it the name of the episode. So
Because currently our top dog is Can I Punch Him in the Nuts? Episode
That's
3.
a good one.
So
That's a good one.
it's gonna be tough to beat, chat.
yeah,
so bring it, bring it.
Very true. Bring it, chat. All right. I don't know why. I think like your cowboy at the beginning, Mark, just like penetrated my
Infectious.
soul. Yeah.
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 All right.
Cowboys have
So
a way of doing that.
yes, they certainly do. All right. So there's a stage close to where the stairs are that go out towards the secondary level, and there is a big chandelier I forgot to mention that hangs above the bar. It's kind of this wooden chandelier with candles. So there's like drips of wax all around the bar and like the floor around the bar itself proper. And there is currently like a small band of halflings playing some feisty music.
Nice.
Well, first things first, I'd like to buy a drink.
Right.
Same.
So you head up. Yes, Mario. Yeah.
So I want to approach my friends here. I want to got my arms above their shoulders, but I'm obviously short. So I end up,
that.
yeah, very often catching their waists.
Yeah.
My
Or the
waist,
thighs, kind of.
exactly. And I whisper, "Are we still pretending that I'm the group leader here?"
Yes. Definitely.
Yay.
But don't let it get to
100%.
your cute little head.
Okay.
Like a pat on the head.
I almost want to like have each one of us take one of his hands and kind of do that thing that like you see parents doing with little kids where you like swing him as they're walking. But I'm not gonna. It would destroy our ruse. But just know that I want to.
If everything goes well, that will be the final scene of the campaign. Just you swinging with this halfling, walking into the sunset. Yeah. All right. So you approach the bar, all of you, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So Shira's having a drink as well.
Trying to decide if. Yeah, I'm having a drink. Yeah.
All right. All
Have a
right.
drink.
All right.
We
Damn
nearly
drink.
died. It's time to imbibe. Barkeep, do you have wine here?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Do you have wine, any sort of fermented grape or fruit?
Ah, wine. Well, certainly. What's your poison? Would you buy white, red, purple, green?
Any dark colored wine will suit me. I've never been a connoisseur. I just know I enjoy
Purple it is then. And he kind of fishes up, like you
Oh.
hear some clinking of glasses and like this kind of, and like he uncorks this unmarked bottle, and pours this purple wine into your glasses.
Oh.
So is it one each or is it just for you or what is it?
Oh, well, depends. We'll see what they want.
I elbow Qesh and I say, "Trust me, the purple wine here is delicious."
Well, one for everyone unless anyone objects.
I would like to object. There's no need in all of us being belligerent in an hour.
Right, so that would be one of the 4 glasses.
Enough for me, please. Weirdly enough, he wants to be sober this time.
Good for you, Osborn.
Have you any wyvern blood?
Oh, god dang.
Is that a cocktail I haven't heard of?
This is Welch's.
They never have it in these pathetic taverns.
Oh.
A mug of ale.
I'm gonna lean forward and grab my wine. Thank you, Barkeep. I appreciate you.
There you
What? I didn't know we had a magician in this stream. Like he just
It's behind your ear.
Barkeep, do you have any food? Maybe a mixture of vegetables and cheese.
Mark, if you're gonna just like appear out of nowhere a disc of vegetables and cheese, I will freak out.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm not that. I'm
I
not
think-
that magical.
I think I'll just take the bottle. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm out.
jeez.
What?
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, and I need sunglasses.
Sunglasses coming right up, sir. Yeah. Okay. So you are you buying the bottle, Xanelor?
Sweating.
Aye.
Okay.
I just took a drink from it. It's too late now.
Ah, well, I guess so. Yeah. Okay. So he whips up a mug of ale, and then gives you the bottle of the purple rain, because of course it's called the purple rain.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, he does whip up some bar snack, like food, but like you can see that there's like there is a hole in the ground in the bar, like below him. Then there's a stair that goes somewhere downstairs, where there might be a kitchen. But he whips up just something like right on the spot, some cheeses and like some bread. Whips it up for you. So who is paying for the lot?
How much gold do I have? Hold on.
I can certainly take care of a good portion of the
Yeah.
bill. Wonderful vegetables and cheese, by the way.
Well, I did just
quite welcome.
I did just take the whole bottle of purple. It's been so long. I guess I could pay for the drinks.
Okay, so that will be 5 silver for you, sir.
All right, here you go. I give them 7 silver because tippers make better lovers.
Really?
I say that to him too. No, I don't say that. Hold on, I'm trying to find in my inventory real quick how much gold I have. I think I have like 200 gold or some crazy thing like that.
200? Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. I remember seeing it and being like, oh wow, why do I have that much GP? Oh no, that's a lie. I have 15.
Not even close. Not even
close,
remotely close.
Wait, where did you find it?
I just came with it. I had it already.
No, I mean, where did you find it
Oh.
on your like?
If you go
Where
to
did you find it?
if you go to equipment, it's up in the top right corner.
Yeah.
Oh, mine is just a line. Does that mean?
That means you are
Okay.
broke.
That
Sorry.
means you are broke currently.
I'm broke as shit.
Yeah, I actually I thought you would go back to Raven's Hollow to collect, but yeah, you.
Of course not.
Of course not.
No.
Why would
No,
you?
why would we?
Yeah.
So we
Time's a
have
waste.
one
Can I
gold
try?
is 10 silver, right?
Sorry.
1 gold is 10 silver.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I've got plenty. So you know what? He said it was 5. I just give him 1 gold piece, and I say to him, don't worry about the change, but perhaps you have some information we might be looking for.
He takes the coin and like sizes you up and pockets it and says, "Well, I might have heard a thing or two. Is there something in particular you are looking for, my good friend?"
I say to him, things seem to be amiss outside of the town, or outside in the town.
Aye.
The people are sick, and the people who aren't sick inside the walls seem to be rather aloof, not really paying much attention to the world around them. What's caused this strange phenomenon to occur within Titan's Rest?
I'm not sure why it is happening, if that's what you're asking. But I do know that my supplier for the wine, they have been struggling to keep up. People seem to be buying up all the wine. Maybe because they're afraid of drinking the water. Who knows?
I glance at Osborn, remembering what he said as we were entering the town about getting people away from the water and the sickness in the last village that he saw. Yes, I think you very may well be onto something there, barkeep.
Aye.
I noticed that strange temple outside, surrounded by the 3 pillars. What goes on behind those walls, do you think?
Well, that's the temple of the White Mother. I'm surely you've heard of her, and like I would think that like if not a believer, you've at least heard of her. Like she's one of the more prevalent goddesses within this land. Mario?
Have I been here before? Have I visited the temple of the White Goddess? Because otherwise, if I haven't, I guess I would be quite excited to see it.
Yeah. I would say that you have not been to Titan's Rest. You're a bit of a hermit loner type guy, more traveling and but this is one of her more known temples. So yeah.
Okay.
Like you would have known of it, but I don't think you would have visited it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else to interrogate this bartender. I say, yes, of course, the White Mother. But have you noticed anything strange around the temple recently?
Around the temple? Well, my friend John puked on a donkey outside the temple.
Old John Donkey Puke. I see Titan's Rest hasn't changed that much.
Well, he does have that name for a reason.
Yeah.
However, like if you're something strange, and then he kind of leans in close and he says like look over my shoulder over there to the left, and it kind of gives a nod, and you see like towards the back, like from you standing like towards the back to the right, there sitting by a table there are like a couple of patrons, like 2 elderly guys, like probably sailors as well, and you get the feeling like a lot of the clientele here is like people, fishermen that come after their day's work, and they're talking to these 2 younger women who are wearing these gray robes. And he says, apparently they are part of some new religion. They've been coming here. I mean, they don't make any trouble, and their coin is good, so I don't put the finger in that. But there's something odd about them. They're too nice. You know what I mean?
Hi, I think I do. Thank you, barkeep, for the wine and for the information.
I'd like to ask him a question.
Sure.
I want to say, barkeep, have you noticed any other strange dragonborn around these parts?
Dragonborn? No, these are the first 2 I've seen in.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, what are you 2 doing here, anyway?
Well, I am currently in the employ of Osborn here, the finest cleric in this half of the country. A man such as him, his talents are so heavily sought after that he needs protection. People assume he's like a product versus a visionary. Therefore, we have to keep charlatans and shills at bay.
Is that so? Well, I mean,
I wouldn't have said it if it wasn't true.
Well, yeah, on that point, make for me a deception check.
I was hoping I'd get away with that one.
Can I aid him? Can I give him advantage?
Sure. What do you do to aid him?
I'm going to kind of like step next to Osborn and look at the barkeep and sort of like do the highbrow, like, you better be listening.
Can I also aid him in his deception check?
No. There's only one aid. Yes,
Okay, gotcha,
you can't give multiple advantages.
Yo, let's just roll like 10d20 and call it good.
Let's do it.
All
Take
right,
the middlemost one.
Can I aid the aid?
Ooh.
So I could go to see if I get a nat 20, but that's outside
Yes,
of combat,
sir,
so I don't know
yes,
how.
sir.
Roll it. It's
All
gonna
right.
happen. It's gonna happen.
We'll do-
Make it happen.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, he seems fairly convinced. And he says, "Is that so? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the food for free if he takes a look at my bunions. It's been giving me hell of a pain. It's like," and he starts to like pick up his foot and like put it on the bar. He's like starts peeling off his sock. Like, this is. I mean, take a look at this. This is just. I mean, come here, good halfling, sir. Can you take a look at this? This kind of stinky half dwarven feet, and it's you know, like with the rest of him, it's all kind of misproportioned, as if like if you're looking at him as a human, but you know, he obviously isn't. So like he's all weird, like his feet are too big for his body.
Well, I think I would rather just put my skills to more important matters at the moment, if that's okay. I just pour some water on it, you know, and just give it some air. Just
Some water and air? Is that it?
yeah, that's completely fine.
I told you, a visionary.
Well, and then he takes his foot off the bar and says, "That'll be 7 silver for the food." And then he just takes a bottle of water and starts pouring it on his foot.
Well, we can certainly get you that 7 silver. Soon. You see, we've spent all our resources getting supplies for the sick. The food was wonderful, though. It was quite,
He kind of stops pouring water on his foot and then just looks at you kind of weird, and then just takes the plate, pulls it back.
as he does, my dragonborn tongue's just gonna grab a broccoli.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
If I miss and hit this man in the eye, oh my god. 12 rhymes with success.
Does it?
Sure.
Does it in
yeah.
Icelandic?
So, árangur, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Same thing. Trust me.
So your cloven dragonborn tongue very deftly grabs a piece of cauliflower just like into your goblet, and he's like, and puts the plate down and says, "That will be a silver, my friend."
Which we will get you
In a
once
minute.
we have recovered our funds, which we spent to take care of the people in your town who show up in your they come here and pay you.
As he continues to stumble over his words, eating his broccoli and drinking his wine, I produce another single gold piece and give it to the bartender, saying, Now, there's no need to be greedy here. We're all friends."
The best of friends, and he kind of pockets this one, and then and at this point he's starting to swing his leg to give it air, just kind of swinging it like up and around like some ballerina in warm up.
Wait, so sorry to interrupt, but what color is Qesh again?
Qesh is brass.
Brass.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Metal.
Thank you, Xanelor. If you ever need anything killed, just let me know and I'll do my best.
I kind of glance sideways at him and go, "Oh, it's fine."
That sounded passive aggressive.
It's fine.
At this point, I place the bottle down on the table, and I kind of, speak to the party in kind of hushed tones, and I say, "Well, if you all remember, I was sent here to infiltrate that cult. It seems that I have been presented with a golden opportunity here. So, just kind of, how do I say, watch my back in roleplay tongue. Keep an eye out for me. I'm going to see what I can learn from those two women over there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Make it
So-
quick.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I put the bottle down and stand up and walk toward the table that has the two cloaked women.
Yes, so they're basically they're not necessarily cloaked. They're just like wearing these gray robes. Gotcha. Yeah. And as you approach, the conversation sort of stops, and they look up at you, both the sailors and the two women, and the sailors, they are both kind of like red nose, kind of in their cups. The women are both fairly attractive.
Okay.
One is blonde. The other is a more sort of like light brownish color to her hair.
Right.
And they both and on these gray robes they have there's like an embroidered insignia of it's a gray or like almost a silvery flame.
Okay.
They say
I
one of them look okay. Yeah. So you say something.
I was about to I walk up to their table and notice that they stop speaking, and I say, I'm sorry to interrupt my friends, but I could not help but notice these two beautiful women from across this bar, and these elegant robes. They're quite lovely. I myself am a connoisseur of fine linen and silks, although you may not be able to tell by the way I'm dressed now. Perhaps
There is blood
perhaps-
on your clothes.
I ran into a bit of trouble on the road here. Nothing too serious, but that icon, it caught my caught my eye from across the room almost as much as your beauty. May I see it in a bit more detail?
Well, certainly, good sir. And she the one that's closer to you, the blonde woman. She, this is a very pleasant demeanor about her, and she turns towards you and kind of offers up her breast, so to speak.
All right, I go back to the bar. That's all I wanted. Anyway, no, go on.
You guys!
Titan's breast.
And so do you inspect it more closely, or?
Yeah. I look at it and I say, the work on this is absolutely lovely. What does it mean?
It's the flame that shall not be caged.
Ooh.
Very, very mysterious. Very mysterious indeed. What else can you tell me about this flame?
And she kind of gives a light giggle and says, I guess it's sort of a metaphor for, not keeping yourself locked up, to unlock your own potential, because when you give yourself room to really grow, and she goes into this whole spiel about unlocking your own potential, about how most of us live in just automatic drone-ish lives, and that there is a way to break out of that, to uncage your flame.
Okay. I say to her, "Wow, Tony Robbins, that was amazing." No, I say, what a beautiful school of thought. And
thank you.
it's almost as if though you've described a page out of my very own life. The mundane of the everyday is. I wish to learn more about this uncaged flame.
Ah, you do, good sir. Well, I mean, then you're talking to the right person. What you know? Would you be interested in coming to a service?
Of course. When is the next opportunity?
The next one will be tonight, actually.
Wonderful. I have I'm actually here with a healer and a few of his guards, you see. Would it be asking too much to profess to them what I have learned from you over this wonderful conversation and bring them along with me to this service?
Why, of course. Actually, me and my colleague here, we will be leaving not too shortly to go to the service. And indeed, I believe these two gentlemen are going to accompany us as well. So this will be a merry gathering to go to service. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy that you came over to this table. I can guarantee you, good sir, you're not going to regret it. What was your name?
My name is Lornazan.
Lord, that's an unusual name.
Yes, well-
is that northern?
No, you see, I am a half elf, born into this world, with only a singular name.
I see. So is that why it's very long?
Yes.
Father.
Sorry, thought you were gonna talk more.
It's like I guess I will wait until I'm in the dialogue scene where to eat something. Okay, so she's Lornazan, very nice to meet you. My name is Helga, and this is Tilde.
Very, very nice to meet you, Helga and Tilda. Let me join my companions for just a moment, and we'll be back shortly.
Very good, very good.
All right.
As he
So
kind
I
of
go
like,
back.
like reaches out and squeezes your hand as you leave.
I give her a wink and a smile, and walk back to the table or to the bar to speak with my cohorts.
Well, what did you learn? Good sir, you.
Well, it seems to be that these women belong to the very cult that I was told about by the woman in green. They mentioned something about an uncaged flame and invited me to their service to learn more this evening. I fortunately, you no longer have to look out for me because I told them that you would all be joining me.
I'm sorry, you what?
Look, this is important. Do you want to get to the bottom of this or not? You have a blood grudge against the silver dragonborn that is associated with these people?
No, you're right, but I'm not wearing any white robes and staring into any flames and drinking any poisoned juice.
I'm sorry, who just paid for the food and drink that you're consuming?
I'm just saying I'm not going to drink poisoned juice. That's all I'm saying.
It's fine. I'm pretty sure there's no
Coward.
Nikes there.
But
Anyway,
you're
Drink
right.
poison juice for breakfast.
She's
That's
got
the
such a
spirit,
chip on her
Shira.
shoulder, man.
that's the spirit.
You're right, Xanelor.
Love it.
You're right. You got us where we needed to be with ease. So I appreciate it. These little groups, they make me feel squirmy.
As they should. I think everybody would be best served to keep on their toes.
Did they happen to say what the name of their cult was?
They did not. They did not. They were very vague and ambiguous. I felt if I pressed, it may work against my purpose.
Do you think this will really be the direction we should head now that we're here? Did you get any information about the iron or the bodies or the wyverns?
I did not, but you forget that I am here to seek out this cult. My life is on the line, Sitari.
Very well then.
We'll find what we need. Well,
All right. So you finish your drinks, and after maybe like 30-40 minutes, the two ladies stand up in the accompaniment of the two elderly fishermen guys, and like seem to be on the way out, and they stop by your table. And Helga, she looks at you and says, "Oh, Lorna Zan, you didn't tell me that you were in the company of Dragonborn and a half-orc as well. I mean, like, what exotic company you keep?"
Yes, well,
Halfling.
Oh, she takes a small moment to compose herself, and then manages to find her smile again and says, "Oh, very nice to meet you, Sir Halfling. And what is your name, if I might ask?"
I am the mighty Osborn Bertin.
I see. Well, certainly you are. And what? My name is Helga. And very nice to meet you. This is my associate Tilde. Might I ask your names, please?
yes. My name is Qesh, and I'm very excited to join your culture of enlightenment. Culture of enlightenment is I'm very excited to be there with you. I'm Shek. I said my name backwards. My name is Shek.
I'm sorry. So is your name Qesh or is it Shek?
On paper, it's Shek. Names aren't very important in where I come from. Anyways,
Oh,
this
how
is
fascinating.
Shira.
How do you oh, okay, I see. No, never mind. Okay, so I'll just call you Shek then.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes. And this you said is Shira, and she kind of beckons to the half-orc lady.
My name is Sitari.
Yo, got him.
And I'll have another ale on Sitari's tab, please.
Dude, you're pulling. Yo, Nico, she's pulling power plays, bro.
I'm not paying for that.
So like do you call this Shira? Do you call this to one of the waitresses or waiters?
That was amazing.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're doing.
All right. So one of them is like, certainly. One moment, and like heads off to the bar to get a glass of ale. And Helga's like, okay, so I guess we're having another drink before we leave. That's fine. We still have time. And she kind of like pulls a couple of seats over for them all to sit. So now you're kind of awkwardly like the group is a bit too big for your round table. So there's like some of them are not quite sitting by the
waiter,
table.
forget the ale.
Like just as they're kind of pulling up the chairs, she's like, "Oh, I mean, are you sure? It's absolutely fine, Miss Sitari."
Disgruntled sound. Ugh.
You'll have to forgive the brusqueness of my half-orc companion. You see, she comes from a place where the formalities of table etiquette are a little bit lost.
I see. Well, but that's fine. I mean, we're all learning something, I guess, in our lives, aren't we?
Yes, of course. We're all on this journey together. Isn't that right?
Yes, together, bound by duty.
Yes.
And so I guess that would then bring us to the final dragonborn of the group. My name is Helga. What is your name?
Ah, yes, thank you for asking. My name is Gísli. Also, I don't mind paying for all of these drinks. Go ahead, around on me.
And at this time, I'm going to cast Charm Person and try to convince them I've already paid.
So convince the barkeep, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. So she says, of course, what an absolutely beautiful name that is.
I hate it.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I take it back. DM. Please, keep me in your graces.
Your charm person does fail. So I guess like you go up to the bar and you so like you said you're ordering more drinks, was that it?
Oh no, yeah, like I'm buying a round for everyone because I'm put on the spot.
I see. Okay.
So I'm just gonna offer everyone drinks in the party with our new company, and I'm going to try and charm the barkeeper with a false, like a memory as though they have more than we've already ordered, more money, by deceiving them that Xanelor already paid for all of these things.
Okay, well,
Lornazan.
Lornazan, yeah. So, so charm person doesn't really implant memory so much, but I mean, if it succeeds, like you could, just kind of, persuade them to give it to you for free because they really like you at that point.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah. Hopefully. So that's a
DC 12 wisdom saving throw.
DC 12 wisdom saving throw. Okay, so you're doing this against the barkeep, yeah?
Yes. Who obviously also just DM reminder, but did believe that the absolutely high as a kite midget that is with us is some great healer from a far off land who needs bodyguards. So maybe they have the best intelligence or wisdom. That's all I'm saying.
Well, so what's your DC? 12.
Oh, please.
Yeah, he rolls a natural 18.
Dang it.
So
Still good try.
I do believe our hooded friend has already paid for all these drinks anyway.
He, like, still kind of swinging his foot. Stop for a moment.
That's happening this whole time.
Yeah,
the whole room just smells like this.
Yeah, and there's like a section of there's just a line like going right across the bar, like to his sides. That's just like these droplets of foot water like splashing across the bar. He kind of stops for a moment and he kind of gives you a look and says, I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but your friend gave me some very good advice about my bunion, so I'm just gonna pretend that you didn't try to lie me full of ape shit. So why don't you just turn tail, unless you have some real coin, sit back down and enjoy your drink.
Absolutely, I can do that.
And then I scurry behind Qesh.
Okay.
Is it possible that you accept Drakarian currency? We call it gil where I'm from.
Are you at the bar at this point?
No, I'm just talking to myself.
He's drunk.
I'm not very good. I'm not very good spatially.
Right. Okay. Like yes. So you're like a couple meters, I guess, maybe 10 feet away from the bar, where you're sitting. So when Gísli comes back, Helga looks up to you. Oh, so are the drinks coming?
Did they not already deliver them? I'll go speak with the barkeep.
And I just leave again.
We gotta get out of here. We gotta go to our meeting. I don't know why my accent changed, but it did.
You're still in cowboy mode.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
Look here, warlock.
Look here, the old Satan worshiper. Get out of here.
I mean, warlocks are the cowboys of D&D.
Well,
it's
while he's off cowboying about, I say, I look to the two women, and I say, oh, sorry, sorry about all that. I'm sure he'll be back shortly with our drinks. Is there anything else that, you can tell us before we leave about this uncaged flame? What is it exactly that you uncaged flame followers call yourselves?
Good question.
Well, we call him. I guess there are many names. It isn't. I mean, it really isn't that formal. It's quite liberating, to be honest. It's this whole new way of seeing the world. It's just unlocking your potential. I guess you could call us the potential unlockers. And she kind of, and then she kind of like as it leaves her mouth, she's like, well, I mean, maybe not. That was just my idea. As this conversation is going on, one of the sailors, he kind of is sitting beside Shira, and he kind of leans in and says, "What is your name?"
Me?
Well, yes, you. I'm Bjorn, and I must say those are some mighty fine teeth you have there. You must have to take very good care of those.
It's just like real life.
Really? Is that the line people give you?
No. I just want to lean over, sniff him a couple times, pluck a hair, look at it closely, flick it at him, and lean back, and then chug my beer.
My God.
Okay.
Also, just like real life.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
At least that's how every woman I try to talk to responds.
Yeah. Me too. That's why,
Beard hair.
Yeah. So he kind of keeps like, ow, and like rubs his forehead where you're like picked off, and he's like, he's not completely bald, but he's like very thin, kind of, over on the top with like side, what's it called, side hair? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And so, I guess like
Sure. Hey, yeah, sure.
and he seems to take the hint and just kind of leans back and starts to like talk to Tilde again. Yes.
What are you?
Go ahead, Riley.
What are you doing at this point, Sitari Gísli?
Oh, I've just returned back to the table. I look at Tilde. I look at Tilde and Helga, and I say to them, "Oh, it seems as though they don't have any drinks to go. Perhaps we should just take off and go to the event."
I agree.
Well,
I think that's a fabulous idea.
certainly, and Tilda, she looks at you and Sitari, make a perception check.
You got it. Let's go.
Don't you dare mess this up.
Perception with a mighty 10.
All right, okay, so that's not a lot.
Nope.
She looks at you and she gives you a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. She doesn't say anything. She just kind of nods and then kind of defers to Helga. And she's like, "Yeah, I believe that's a good idea. We're I mean, if we dilly dally all too much longer, we might run late. So, and we wouldn't want to be late. That would
No, of course not. That would be a horrible first impression. Lead the way.
quite. All right, so follow me, please." And she leads you out of the tavern. And now let me just remove the tavern.
The tavern music.
Gotta switch this for some good cult music.
Good cult music. There's this band I've heard of, the Cult of I don't know.
Cult of
Oh,
something.
bullshit.
Yeah, cult of Lucy, cult of
Cult of Lionel. Cult of
no, that's it.
Lionel.
Yeah. Lornazan?
Yeah, it-
Was it Lornazan?
Cult of Larissa.
Cult of Lornazan. That's what it is.
Cult of
Oh my gosh.
Cult of Lionel Richie. Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There,
Cult of La Ronda.
Maria something. The Vocalists was Maria somebody. I don't know.
You're like Ray.
So outside, it has started raining.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Am I right?
Yeah. Sounds like
okay.
rain.
Yeah. I mean, I know. It's the thing. I pressed the button. Okay.
You did the thing.
Yeah. They and as you walk, like they kind of put their cowls up to kind of shield their heads from the rain, and they lead you kind of right across the marketplace, and like at this point, like most of the the day's business has started to die down, and the shopkeepers are kind of like taking together their wares. There is a massive carcass of like this huge fish on like a small pedestal that like a guy with this like really long knife or like a thick knife, I would rather say, like on this kind of long stick, is kind of carving up and has been like kind of offering pieces to buyers, and now like is covering it up with some sort of thick cloth. What was that? Yeah. Anyway, as somebody breaks a bottle to the side, they lead you through the marketplace towards the western part of the southwestern part of the city. Xanelor, you know this to be where the shantytown, the slums are. And as you're approaching the slums, she kind of turns around and says, "Yes, I know. This is it's, what can I say? It's a fairly new organization, but it's very nice inside. I promise you that. So please, don't judge a bottle by its label, so to speak."
Think nothing of it, my dear. The sooner we're out of this rain, the better.
Indeed. And the two sailors, you see, like it's as if they've kind of gotten drunker as they've kind of walked onwards, and they, like, one of them has to kind of like support himself on Tilde, and you enter the slums, and it's like, even compared, I mean, like, the living standard in, like, the most of the city is just, it's not great, it's not very poor, it's just kind of average. But like right as you enter this part of town, it's completely different. Like the cobblestone streets give way to just dirt. There's like tents, there's like kind of these kind of ramshackle shanty houses. The smell is awful. Though a bit muffled by the rain, which is lucky. And they lead you across these houses, and there are people, like some people are just kind of just sitting huddled against the rain, just trying to wait it off. Every here and there, you see people just lying in the streets, their skin gray against the rain, their veins almost blackened, and they're just kind of lying there on the ground, motionless. And Helga, she leans towards you, Lornizan, as you walk, and she says, "It's so sad. I hope something will be done very soon."
I look down at the dying bodies, dead or dying bodies, and I give a light shake of my head and say to her, "Yes, I agree. It truly is a sad state of affairs, what's happened to these people. Do you know exactly what is causing this affliction in them?"
I wish I did. But if anyone knows, she will know.
She? Who might she be?
She says, well, that would be telling, wouldn't that be? And she gives you this kind of coy grin and keeps walking.
Don't like that. I kind of glance around to the rest of my group to see if they heard that stuff. Heard that stuff. What was that all about? And then continue following her.
So you turn around and give like a...
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Mario, yeah, what were you going to say?
Can I ask her something, or is she just
Yeah,
like
of
kind
course,
of walk
yeah.
away?
Sure.
Oh, Helga, is it your name?
Yes, Osborn. Yeah, my name is Helga.
So how long has this affliction been around this town of yours?
It's been a little more than a week, but it spread very fast.
Just a week. I see. Okay, that's it.
Are you familiar with this illness, Master Halfling?
Okay. Yes, I am. I tried to help a village, but I wasn't successful, and that's the reason why we're here today. We might help Titan's Rest with this group of fellow adventurers and your help.
I know we will, she says, and she kind of puts a hesitating hand on your shoulder, and gives it a light squeeze, and then kind of pulls it back, and then does a bit of that as she keeps walking.
Okay.
You eventually come to a structure that is slightly taller than the rest of the buildings, and most of the buildings they are not. I mean, they average about just your average person's height, and
Fuck. Another earthquake.
sorry.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Holy shit. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
Please don't die.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. Iceland is just falling into the sea right now. What is going on?
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
so for
Gísli, go ahead.
our non-Icelandic viewers, I guess, and I hope if you have Icelandic viewers that you are safe, that everything is good. So we've been having earthquakes these past couple of days in Iceland, and in the southwestern corner here where me and Mario live. A lot. This is more than I've ever experienced in my life. This is very strange.
Same here.
Yeah. So it might happen again during the
Sorry.
stream. Who knows? Yeah. But so if me and Mario disappear under the tables, you just know what's happening. Yeah.
Jeez.
Pretty scary.
I mean, that's like public service announcement. If your house starts to shake in Iceland, your house is most likely going to stand. Everything's pretty solid, but your windows might break, or your lights from your ceiling might fall down on your head. So you go away from the windows and get under something, into the doorway or under the table. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Growing up in California, this is stuff that I'm just like, yep, living on a fault line, earthquake safety. But I forget that not everybody lives on fault lines or volcanic islands.
Yeah. So you have reached this kind of structure that stands out in the slums of Titan's Rest. There's a rooster for some reason crowing. It's the rooster that calls for mass. It's,
Oh, the mass rooster.
the mass rooster.
Rooster.
The mass.
It's a.
You gotta fucking stop.
Are you good, Mark? You good?
That was just really funny for some reason. The master's been just on time. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
It's made from similar materials as the rest of the shantytown, but it's of a slightly
rooster?
higher quality. Yes, the rooster is made of just shanty and.
Yo, we got to move away from the rooster. I'm gonna lose it.
All right.
It's just this clockwork mechanical rooster. Yeah. Yeah. This building, this structure that seems to be the whatever temple or gathering place that this new religion belongs to. And outside, there is like the roof reaches a bit outside of the wall, so there's a tiny cover from the rain, and under there are standing two people wearing similar robes with the sort of silver etched flame in the robes, and they give a nod to Helga and Tilda. They nod back. And it's two men this time, two male figures, and one of them says, "I see you've brought us a hefty sum of company this evening, Helga." Indeed, I have. Indeed, I have. This is Lornazan, Gísli, Sitari. I'm sorry. Was it Shek?
Check is fine.
Shek and
Hard to
Osborn,
pronounce.
as well as Bjorn and Fitz. And the two drunk guys, they sort of kind of give a nod and a hey. He says, well, you're all very, very welcome. And we're just about to start. Please, come inside and take a seat.
Shall we?
We shall.
I walk in and
Oh yeah.
and sit down.
Oh yeah. Like when in Rome, I'm following suit. You know.
Okay, so I like the Twin Peaks vibe of this music.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I... Where's the rain button here? Gonna put that down a bit. Okay. There's a distant rumble of thunder as you enter the temple. And there's already people inside, and it's like the space is and you can see from the outside of it, like it's a decently large space, like a large chapel, if you will. And there's an aisle, and there's benches on both sides, and there's a decent amount of people, like both people wearing these gray robes and non-robe wearing individuals, and the people not wearing robes outnumber the robe wearing people by just a smidge. And they sit down, and there is a there is a sort of a stage area or an altar, and there are two barrels on each side of it. Excuse me, with the lit flames inside, kind of casting this kind of eerie firelight within this temple, and the inside of it is a lot more. Is a lot nicer than the outside. It's clean. It has been some plywood or something has been put down to give it some flooring, and there is there's a door off to the right, no, to the left. Sorry, that goes off into a seemingly another chamber, and there is at the very far back of the. Yeah, there crows the mass rooster.
Right on time.
Right on time. There is like made out of like bits of like pieces of metal and wood. There is this same sort of flame figure as they have etched in their robes. And there's like like a gentle murmur going on around the crowd, and you find your seat you find a free space like towards the middle of the left aisle, and then you wait. And the murmur seems to die down, and there is some electric anticipation in the air. And then the doors, like, is there anything you guys want to do? Or
I kind of want to look around and just see if I notice anything unusual.
all right. Make a perception check, please.
I mean, anything more unusual. All right. Oh,
Wait, what? Is it like that's like the second natural 20 of the campaign? I think.
yeah.
I think like Shira had one natural 20 at some point, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You better
well
see
done.
some unusual shit.
I
with that
also
natural
have
20.
a +3 for perception. Not that it matters, but
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So, as you come in, you just kind of like use your elf shit, as you put it last session.
yeah.
And take in the scene, like take in the crowd, the people wearing the robes, the altar, the door to the left, the two barrels of flame. You notice that the flooring between the two barrels, it's like maybe, I don't know, like 10 feet between them. It's like these two separate pieces of probably metal that like stand between these two barrels of flame. You see also that towards the front there are a few individuals that have a grayish tinge to their skin, and they are kind of coughing and
Are they robed or are they not?
no, they are not robed.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess let's hear this. Let's hear this sermon.
Yeah, let's get as much info as we can. Just sit and observe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah.
lean in over to Xanelor, and I'm gonna say, "What is it you hope to gain here exactly?"
I lean to him and I say, these people clearly follow the clockwork goddess that I am looking for. She meant, did you not hear on the way over here as she told me that she would tell me things that I would need to know? This place is clearly going to be revealing, at least in some way, more information about this goddess that I seek.
Very well.
As you, sorry, Nico.
That's it.
Okay.
Very well.
As you finish your short conversation, the doors to the side of the altar open up. And out walks a half-elf gentleman. Nicely dressed. He's not wearing robes as more... It's not a suit per se either, but it's like it's a sort of a plain top piece, gray in color, plain pants, gray in color as well, with a with a thin metal chain around his neck, with an emblem in the shape of a flame. And he comes out. He's quite handsome. He's blonde with blue eyes. He takes in the crowd. He has this excited look on his face. Good evening, my children. I am so happy to see you here. It is no coincidence that you find yourself here tonight. There is no such thing You are here for a purpose. You are here because you know there's something more. You are here because your flame will not be caged. And the crowd murmurs back, our flame will not be caged. And then he goes into his sermon, and he's quite, and like, you know, like even despite yourselves, like he's quite inspirational. And then he starts to, you know, and he's like, he starts off talking generally about, you know, the grind of life, the banality, the seeming banality of existence. And then he moves that into a more topical matters about the sickness going on, and how even there can be purpose in that, even if it's seemingly hopeless, there is hope, because your flame will not be caged, because she will show the way. And then he says, who among you is afflicted and would be healed this night?
I am afflicted.
I am afflicted.
No, sorry, I'm not.
I'm Spartacus.
Yo, we can both be afflicted. It's cool.
Yeah, dude, let's be afflicted. Let's be a group
Dude,
of afflicted.
Let's be
Let's
afflicted.
be afflicted, bro. Afflicted bros. Yo.
Okay. So do you both stand up?
Oh yeah. I'm like, Qesh does not like this dude. Qesh does
Yeah.
not like this dude, and he is gonna see how far this goes.
I am Xanelor is using every opportunity presented to try to get more information about this cult and what they're all about.
Okay. So since neither of you looks sick,
Oops.
at least compared to some of the people in there, and you very heartily, I am afflicted, answer. So I would like
part of the group, man.
I would like one of you like to roll for both of you a deception check, and since
Okay.
and we'll call it that like one of you is assisting the other, so that will negate the disadvantage that you would otherwise have.
Right.
I
So
will
just-
I
so
will
it'll be a
assist
straight roll.
Xanelor because he's charismatic.
I rolled a 13. Deception +5.
Plus 5? Damn. Okay. He raises an eyebrow for a moment, and then he says, well, then step forward.
I step forward weekly. I weekly
Mm-hmm.
step forward, and
Me as well.
I
It's the falsehood rooster.
I don't like
He's
there,
detected your
somewhere
falsehood.
there is a button where I can turn off this rooster, but I just
Yo,
I wish
it's the
you wouldn't. I wish
Dude,
you
don't
would.
turn
Yeah.
off the math rooster.
Hang on.
He's always right on
Sorry.
time, bro.
Sorry.
He's always right on time.
I mean, of course he is. Yeah. Okay, so
Rooster
do you guys
Church.
step forward?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm walking forward,
Yes.
and just like Xanelor, I'm like faking a hobble, and I'm like,
Okay, both of you make performance checks.
That's good stuff right there.
Oh no.
19.
Stop it! Stop it!
19
So-
plus 3. Plus
So like Osborn and Sitari and Shira, you all of a sudden you see your new friend, like his whole demeanor changes. He like his gait becomes this weakly limper, and like his normally cheery, upbeat, confident manner is completely gone, and instead is this sickly, very convincing, weak person. Qesh follows, going,
I'm not used to looking weak, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, ain't that the truth?
I'm just teasing.
So you guys walk up to the altar, and he kind of takes you in. He puts a hand on both your shoulders and says, "Kneel with me, gentlemen."
What did I just get myself into? Oh my god.
Okay.
I
I kneel, I guess.
He's going method. He's going full method.
Yep.
Qesh and Xanelor.
Actually, sorry.
Yeah?
Sorry. Can I say to him something along the lines? So in the case that this goes kind of wrong and I want to be not in a compromised position of kneeling, can I say something like, I would kneel, but I'm just far too weak.
Okay, make a deception check. Damn. Okay. Yeah.
You are on it today, man.
Yeah.
Taking all the good rolls for my dumb stuff, stupid elf stuff.
So he kind of like looks at you, and then like, especially after that performance that you gave just moments ago, he's like, "Of course, my friend, of course." And instead he kind of grabs your hand and then kneels with Qesh, kind of holding your hand. And then he says, and addresses you and the crowd. "My friends, children, it is through repentance. It is through looking at your own weakness. It is through accepting things that you cannot change that we find salvation, that we find and that we strengthen our own flame." It is in humility where we find worthiness. Now I ask you, are you worthy?
No. But with her grace, I hope to be. Did I say the right thing?
I continue my act and just kind of like weakly, I don't answer his ass. I'm coughing. I'm sick. Yeah.
He looks at you, Qesh, and smiles. He says, "Mr. Dragonborn, don't sell yourself short. But you put that well. You are worthy." The latch, the lid, the two metal pieces, plates, resting beside the two iron, the two barrels, opens. And on a platform rising from under the ground, there is a female figure. She, like, her body is covered, but like, if it is, then the material is so thin that it seems grafted into her body, and it's plate. It's this dark, gray, shining flickering off the flames, this plate sectioned off her body. It covers everything except small portions of her face, so you can see her eyes, her nose, and her mouth. She's very beautiful. Her hair is this sort of writhing, flowing mat of seemingly liquid silver. And she's quite tall. Taller than the half-elf. Maybe taller even than the dragonborn. And she looks over the crowd, and there's like an audible, like a gasp as she rises. Her eyes are closed when she arrives, and she opens her eyes, and they are this pure pale grayish blue, piercing as she gazes over the congregation. She walks up to the two of you as the half-elf sort of kind of slides away, bowing against her. She looks at both of you and says, "My children, you are not sick. Please return to your seats."
Fuck.
I still keep the act going, and I look at her almost with a look of hurt and disappointment and turn and sickly walk back to my.
Make an insight check.
Oh!
What is this?
You gotta stop that. Dude,
know-
share some with the rest of us, please.
Yeah, I mean, so we have a saying in Iceland. It's either your ankle or your ear. It seems like either you roll below a 5 or it's like natural 20s.
Yeah. Here for it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
read
so-
her mind.
So as you kind of retreat, keeping up your act, you lock eyes with those piercing gray blue eyes, almost steel blue, and for a moment you realize that like she's looking at you as if she knows you, as if she's looked in your eyes before.
Oh no! I just lost connection with everyone for a second there. Sorry.
I did too.
Yeah,
but
I
I
did
think, I think we're back. I think we're back.
Okay, I think we're back. Okay, so last thing I heard you say is that she looked at me as if she's looked at me before, as if
Yeah.
she knows me.
Yeah, that was all I said. I had a very
Okay.
pregnant pause there, so it was fine.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Word.
so do you guys return to your seats?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
I walk back very healthfully, like pretending to be like, oh, I feel so much better. Wow, how did he do that? This healing power of this fake thing. I don't say that out loud. I don't say that out loud.
Okay,
Yeah,
good to know.
yeah. I I don't know, man. I don't know. I know we don't have much time left in this episode, so I don't want to rock the boat, but all right, yes. I head back to my seat. Yeah.
Holy shit, it's 4. That went fast.
Yeah.
She, as you pass the front row, there is a lady there, an elderly lady. Her gray, sort of matted hair, kind of like sweat, kind of how do you say?
Like
Like making it cling to her skin. Thank you.
Yeah.
and her skin very gray, and this sort of like her veins kind of blackened. The female figure between the on the altar, she beckons to her and says, "Approach, child." And the woman, she all but trips over herself in awe and excitement and even fear, and kneels before this figure. And she places a hand on her face and closes her eyes. And you see this woman start to convulse. Sort of. Oh, we lost Mario. Earthquake.
He's back.
No.
He's back.
Okay.
I'm good. Sorry.
Cool. She, her body starts to convulse, kind of spastically, and there's like kind of moans of pain, and then like she's like, and then there's a piercing scream as she just kind of screams out, and the figure, this plate-clad figure, pulls back her hand, and there's a stream of a black substance that seems to be pouring out of this woman's face. You're looking at the back of her head, so you don't see where it's coming from. It pours out of her face, and as it's dragged out of her person, you see her skin color slowly start to change. She pulls it out of her, and it kind of like coagulates and forms this sort of like this pitch black sphere in her hand that she then takes as the final bit of it is collected in her hand, and the woman kind of collapses onto all fours in front of her. As she kind of holds it up, it kind of floating slightly above her palm to the congregation. And they erupt into applause, and you hear them shouting, "Praise Elenia! Praise Elenia! Praise Elenia!"
Elenia, jot that down. Jot that down, Elenia.
And Elenia, she takes this black ball. She kind of offers it to the congregation before she swallows it. She says, "Be kind to each other. The weakness of others is your strength. Until we see each other again." And she backs up onto the platform, and it slowly goes back down. Meanwhile, the half-elfen gentleman goes over to the woman, kind of helps her onto her feet, and leads her into the doors to the left, out of view. And the crowd begins to disperse. And this, I think, is where we're gonna end our session.
Gísli, you're making me freaking nervous. You're making me
All
nervous.
of this ominous music. It's Twin Peaks music. It's like, did he take her into the red room? Where is she? Like,
What's going on?
Your favorite gum is back in style now.
God, giant's gonna come out. I'm gonna get shot. This is terrible. Okay. Well,
Well, my friends,
all right.
thank you very much for this this night's episode. Be kind to each other. Don't cage your flame. And we will see you next week.